They tied her to a flagpole with duct tape, laughing while recording her cries. They thought no one would stop them. They didn't know her mother was a decorated combat pilot. They didn't expect a chopper to circle the school minutes later. And they definitely didn't expect what came next. It was just another gray morning at Ridgewood High, but for Layla Brooks, every day felt like a battlefield. Not because of homework or pop quizzes, but because of the students who made her life a waking nightmare. She was small, wore hand-me-downs, and walked the halls with her head low. Her mother, Captain Renee Brooks, had been deployed for nearly 6 months, and her dad was long gone. Layla lived with her aunt, who worked 2 jobs just to keep the lights on. Other students mocked her worn-out shoes, her thrift store smell, and especially her silence. But Layla had learned long ago that silence was sometimes safer than speaking up. Except that morning, silence failed her. It was supposed to be Spirit Week. Everyone wore colors, carried flags, and decorated the campus with streamers and posters. But for Layla, the school spirit only meant more excuses for kids like Callie and Brent to single her out. "Hey, look," Callie sneered, pointing to Layla as she tried to sneak past the crowd. "Looks like someone forgot it was color day. Or maybe she just doesn't own color." Brent laughed, grabbing a roll of duct tape from one of the decoration tables. "Let's make her part of the spirit." Before she could run, they grabbed her. No one stepped in. Not the kids watching. Not even the teacher handing out flyers nearby. They dragged her to the flagpole, wrapped her hands and torso with tape, and left her stuck there like a warning. Her bag fell to the ground. Her phone smashed. "Smile for TikTok," Brent said, holding up his phone. Layla's face was soaked with tears. She shook with humiliation. But deep inside, she burned. Someone finally told the office. Someone finally decided it had gone too far. But by then, the video was already up. And someone else had already seen it. 6,200 miles away, Captain Renee Brooks was in the cockpit of a Chinook helicopter, her headset buzzing as her commanding officer approached. "Captain, you need to see this. Right now." He held up a tablet showing the video. Her daughter. Crying. Tied to a flagpole like she was nothing. A classroom of voices in the background, laughing. Her entire body went still. "I need leave," she said. "You don't have leave approved," the officer replied. "I'm not asking," she said. 10 hours later, the sound of rotors shook the morning air above Ridgewood High. Students looked up from their phones. Teachers ran outside. A military chopper was circling the campus, slow and steady. The noise was deafening. Then it descended. It landed in the football field, right behind the school. Everyone was frozen. No one could believe what they were seeing. From the side door, boots hit the ground. A woman in combat fatigues, medals pinned on her chest, marched across the field. Her name tag read, Brooks. Every student had seen the video. But none of them were ready to see her, not like this. She walked through the main hall like it was a mission zone. Her face was stone. Her pace unwavering. The front office tried to stop her. She didn't blink. She reached the principal's door, swung it open. "My daughter," she said. "Where is she?" Layla was sitting in the nurse's office, her arms red from the duct tape, her shirt torn. Her eyes widened as her mom entered. "Mom." Captain Brooks didn't speak. She just wrapped her arms around her daughter, held her, and whispered, "I saw it. I'm here." Layla broke down. For the first time in months, she didn't feel alone. The fallout came fast. The video had gone viral. The news picked it up. Not just because a girl was bullied, but because her mother came back from deployment and landed a helicopter at her school to protect her. Brent and Callie were suspended immediately, and eventually expelled. Their parents tried to fight it, but the school board had seen the video, the scars, and the headlines. The damage was done. But more importantly, the change had begun. Layla didn't go back into hiding. She walked the halls with her head high, her mom beside her on the first day back. Students who had never spoken to her now stopped to say hello. Some even apologized. Not because they were scared, but because they finally saw her. The school created a zero-tolerance anti-bullying committee. Not just with policies, but with student leaders. Layla was the first invited to join. And she accepted. Months passed. Layla didn't become popular, that wasn't her goal. But she became powerful in a different way. Her story was shared at assemblies, podcasts, even news outlets. People didn't just talk about what happened. They talked about why it happened. And what it takes to stop it. And whenever someone whispered in the hall or looked her way with judgment, she remembered the moment her mother landed in that chopper, for her. The moment silence ended. And strength took flight. Final scene, 4 video ending. Layla stands near the flagpole, no longer afraid. Behind her, a small crowd of students sets up posters for a bullying awareness rally. She wears a shirt that reads, "Silence doesn't protect. Action does." In the sky above, a faint helicopter hum is heard. She looks up and smiles. Final moral, voiceover or text slide. They tied her down. They tried to humiliate her. But when the world turned its back, her mother dropped in from the sky. You never know how strong someone is, until they stop staying silent. #stand for the silent.